Take advantage of this great offer and lease a Bronco Sport Big Bend for $359 a month for 36 months. Only at your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. Think Ford first.
Today's broadcast is presented by Belfour Property Restoration. Your home, your life, our promise. For more information, visit belfour.com. That's BELFOR.com. Now let's return to the broadcast booth for more of Michigan's matchup with Purdue.
14-7, Michigan on top of the Boilermakers here. Welcome back to the Big House, brought to you by Founders Brewing Company. And Sharon Moore addressing his team in the halftime locker room. Jason Avant, what do you have to say?
We're running the ball well, continue to strain, need to protect better. Late in the down, we're letting guys get to the quarterback. Communicate on the protections. Nice way to end the half. Let's start the same way. Keep leaning on them. Defense, they're playing to get third and short. Let's sit down on routes and eliminate the short stuff. Make the stops. Team, let's play a great second half, score points on the opening possession, stop them, and set the tone.
Well, he's right about them running the ball well. Michigan, 15 carries, 132 yards, 8.8 yards per carry in the first half. That welcome back brought to you by Founders Brewing Company. It's not a Michigan game day without a Michigan-made beer. Founders Brewing Company, proud sponsor of Michigan Athletics. Welcome to Kraft. All right, John Jansen.
One of the things I really liked that they did offensively in the first half was they were much better on first down. Third down distance to go was only 5. It's the best they've been all season.
Andrew Marsh is going to bring it out of the end zone. He drops it at the goal line across the 10 out to the 14-yard line. Andrew Marsh fumbled the kick as he slipped trying to accelerate out of the end zone. And the Wolverines will start with less than ideal field position here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but it's just opportunity for more offensive yards.
There you go.
There we go. So, and it is. I mean, we were talking at half about Bryce Underwood. He's got 5 carries, 37 yards. None of those have been called quarterback runs. They've all been him escaping the pocket. So, nice pocket presence, doing a nice job of escaping, but it would sure be nice to be able to sit back there with a little bit more time.
2 tight ends in there as Underwood takes the snap and hands it off to Marshall running left across the 14 and out to the 15. Give him a yard before he's driven backwards by Jamari and Harkless. Gain of 1 on first down.
Well, that's not what we're looking for to start off. And obviously, Sharon, that's the ideal situation. You go down, score, force a 3 and out. You set the tone early. You're going to have to get more than 1 on first.
Jamar Browder checks in, and he is split out wide left on this second down and 9 from the 15-yard line. 2 receivers split wide right. That's Marsh and McCulley. Underwood takes the snap, looking to his right, delivers to McCulley, who catches it at the 20. Stopped right there immediately. McCulley's a little slow getting up. Tony Grimes on the stop.
When they were rolling around, I think his leg just got caught underneath him. And he's going to stay in the game.
3rd down and 5 for Michigan. 3 receivers split out wide left. McCulley's to the right on this 3rd down, early 3rd quarter, 14-7 Michigan. Ball's at the Michigan 19-yard line as Underwood takes the snap, looks to his left, delivers far side, and it's caught, now dropped by Andrew Marsh. Are they going to say incomplete? Either way, he recovered it, but well short of the sticks. What are we doing here? Are they giving him...
Browder.
Is it Browder?
Yeah, I think that was Browder with the catch.
And they're giving him forward progress, or are they where he recovered the football? It's got to be where now they're saying incomplete.
One on the field is an incomplete pass. It's 4th down.
Oh, you got to catch that.
Yep. And hit right in the middle of the 6. So, not the way you want to start 3 and out.
No.
And now it's going to be up to the defense. And hopefully we can flip the field here with the Hudson Holland back.
Michael Jackson standing on his own 39-yard line to field this punt from Hollenbeck. Snap is clean, and Hollenbeck puts his left foot in and gets off a bomb. Wow, he backs up Jackson to his 26-yard line where he fields it, and now he's going to run to the right, and the Wolverines are there and chop him down at the 32-yard line by Elijah Dotson. A 53-yard punt, well timed. And that's where Purdue will take over for their first series of the second half. It's 14-7 Michigan.
Yeah, on that 75-yard drive that Purdue had in the first half, they were doing a nice job of alternating quarterbacks, and I think that's really where Michigan, in halftime, they just got to understand, hey, the game plan is different against Ryan Brown than it is against Malachi Singleton. Identify who the quarterback is and make sure you account for the skill set of the quarterback that's in there.
Well, it'll be Brown here, 1st and 10 for the Boilermakers from the 33-yard line. Claps his hands and takes the snap. It's going to roll out to his right and deliver. He's got a man wide open who goes to the ground and catches it at the Michigan 48-yard line. A blown coverage there. Michael Jackson, the open receiver, and moved the chains for Purdue.
I just don't know. T.J. Metcalf was running across the formation like he had him in man coverage, and then once he got to the outside the hash, he just dropped him.
Purdue quickly to the line of scrimmage from the Michigan 48, 1st and 10. And it's a handoff running right is Malachi Thomas. Gets down to the 45-yard line, a gain of 3 before T.J. Guy brings him down.
Purdue's been really good about picking up at least 3 yards on first down. That's where Michigan's defense really needs to stiffen up.
Michigan leading 14-7. Purdue has it in Wolverine territory. Brown takes the snap, delivers on a wide receiver screen, far side. It's caught across the 40 down to the 35-yard line is Corey Smith. Check that, E.J. Horton, 13, not 12. Rayshawn Benny tackles him at the Michigan 35-yard line. Another Purdue first down.
They are just keeping this Michigan defense guessing as to what they're doing. They've got some quick passes. They start off with a nice throw down the field, back it up with another run.
Ball on the Michigan 35-yard line, 1st and 10 for Purdue. Brown takes the snap. Here comes the rush, steps up in the pocket. He's going to elude one tackler, running towards the Michigan sideline, and will step out of bounds at the 33, a gain of 2. That's what he can. It was Ernest Hausman in pursuit. And a 2nd down and 8 coming up.
They were putting pressure on and just weren't able to bring him down in the backfield.
2nd and 8 for Michigan. Or for Purdue, rather. Michigan showing a 4-man front. Fans starting to get into it a little bit. Brown in his shotgun, pistol formation with Thomas deep. Hand off to Thomas, and he breaks one tackle in the backfield, but that's it. First man in was Ernest Hausman. Then Trey Williams got in there as well. And that is a loss of a yard. It'll be 3rd and long.
Yeah, these are going to have to be some of the adjustments that Wink is making. They've done a nice job all game long of using Ernie Hausman as a blitzer. And it felt like in that long drive that Purdue had, they figured out which way he was coming from and were just running opposite him.
You heard what Sharon said at halftime about sitting on the shorter routes. Probably 4-down territory, I imagine. See if they make the adjustment and take away the short stuff here. Brown back to pass on 3rd and 9, looking to his right. Nobody open. He's going to get flushed out of his pocket. Now backs up near the 50, and now he's going to run, and he's got some room. 35, 30, and he's got the first down at the Michigan 24-yard line. Ryan Brown, I told you he's more than just a passer, and he's fired up as they move the chains on 3rd and 9. 1st and 10 from the Michigan 24-yard line.
Well, they're just, Ryan Brown, you can see the emotion that he's playing with. They're just trying to build that up throughout the team and give themselves the belief that, hey, if they hang around long enough, they might have a shot to do something at the end of this game.
10:07 to go, 3rd quarter, 14-7 Michigan. Brown takes the snap, play action, will roll out to the right. Looking for his running back, and he's well covered by the Wolverine defensive back, T.J. Metcalf. Incomplete, looking for Antonio Harris at the Michigan 20-yard line. It'll be 2nd down.
Just trying to go across the formation and see if they can cross up that Michigan secondary. Michigan doing a nice job of communicating, at least on that play, in the secondary of passing off guys as they go through the zone.
We got word that Jason Barham is in street clothes down below. He was lost early in this game. Michigan down 3 linebackers. The true freshman, Nathaniel Owusu-Boateng, is out there. Handoff for the Boilermakers. Running right is Harris. He gets stacked up in the hole. Give him a yard, if that. I think Boateng was the leading tackler there.
Yep. Now, 3rd and 10, and it may still be 4-down territory. I'm not sure how Purdue's going to play this one, but the fact of the matter is you've put them in a very compromising situation, and this is where TJ Guy on one side, Derek Moore on the other. You've got to find a way to get home on the quarterback.
John, they got both true freshman linebackers out there, Chase Taylor and Boateng, on this 3rd down and 9 for Purdue from the Michigan 24-yard line. Brown with 2 receivers split to the right, 1 to the left, takes the snap. Here comes a blitz. TJ Guy, he spins out of there, and now he's going to throw it away into the Michigan bench. There's no receiver out there. They're thinking about it. The officials are talking.
He's still in the pocket.
He's in the tackle box.
Yeah, and here comes the yellow hanky at the 35-yard line. And that will go down as a sack for TJ Guy.
Offense number 15. The Phillies have lost it down at the spot of the foul. It's 4th down.
Now watching their kicker, Poorrath. I'm not sure this isn't out of his range, but it's 4th down and forever. That goes down as a 16-yard loss. Good job by TJ Guy.
Yeah, and what Wink is trying to do is trying to create those one-on-one matchups. He already knows if he can get a one-on-one with Derek Moore in a tackle, that advantage Michigan. TJ Guy in a tackle right now, obviously that was a win for TJ Guy, and he's doing that by bringing pressure up the middle with those linebackers, forcing the guards to block one-on-one as well.
Poorrath is going to try a 50-yard field goal as long as 48. Snap is clean. Ball's placed down. The kick is on the way, and the kick is good. Poorrath just gets it inside, and the crossbar, just over the crossbar, and it's good from 50 yards, and Purdue has cut the Michigan lead to 14-10.
Well, we're going to have to see something out of this Michigan offense here in the 3rd quarter.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Michigan football from Learfield. Ten plays, 35 yards for the Boilermakers, resulting in a 50-yard field goal in 4 minutes and 20 seconds. Wolverines will get the football back, leading 14-10 in Ann Arbor. This is Michigan football from Learfield.
Win with UMCU. Score a financial touchdown with the University of Michigan Credit Union's Go Blue checking account and get your exclusive Block M debit card for the extra point. UMCU's Go Blue checking account comes with no minimum balance, no hidden fees, and with the Block M debit card, you can show off your maize and blue wherever you go. Join today, Michigan fans. Visit umcu.org. That's umcu.org. UMCU is insured by NCUA.
Hey Michigan fans, is it time to upgrade your outdoor living space? As the #1 brand in premium decking, TimberTech scores big points for real wood looks without the costly maintenance. It will never rot, warp, splinter, or peel. And it's backed by industry-leading warranties, so your deck can perform at the top of its game season after season. TimberTech, official decking and railing partner of Michigan Athletics. Order free samples at timbertech.com. That's timbertech.com.
Michigan fans, choose chill. Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. It's got that crisp, refreshing taste that makes those moments when you choose to rise above the noise and choose chill even better. Coors Light is a proud sponsor of Michigan Athletics, so crack one open and take a sip. Coors Light, choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Beer.
Aw, shucks. The game's on TV, but I can't listen to the call of my favorite team broadcasters.
Never fear, Sync My Game is here.
Sync My Game?
Yes, Sync My Game. If you have a DVR and streaming device, head to syncmygame.com from Learfield. It's never been easier to hear the impassioned voices of your favorite radio crew synced with the TV.
Wow, thank you, Mr.
Just remember, syncmygame.com.
Every day is game with the Michigan Lottery. Choose your favorite way to play with the Detroit Lions Instant Game Fast Cash Pull Tab, an online game with chances to win up to $500,000. You know, John, Purdue has only beaten Michigan 14 times. Wolverines have won 47. Of the 14, 5 of their wins have come over top 10 ranked Michigan teams. It's one of the reasons why they call them the Spoiler Makers. They were heavy underdogs here tonight. And they got Michigan in the dogfight here. 14-10, third quarter.
And we just got to find a way to get a rhythm, possess the ball on offense. That defense has been on the field for over 24 minutes, and it's a defense that's been brutalized by injuries.
Andrew Marsh is standing 4 yards deep in his end zone. He'll field this one, and they'll tell him, no, don't bring this one out, Andrew. Joe Taylor making sure of that.
I'm disappointed that he dropped that last one because I like the idea of him being a returner versus just, hey, ball's in the end zone, fair catch it, or just take it at the 25. But
well, he's turned into their big play receiver as he leads them in yards per catch. And in this game, he's only got the one catch for 20 yards.
They're causing Bryce to second guess in the secondary. Normally teams have to blitz Michigan in order to get pressure. Purdue doesn't have to blitz, so there's more guys back in the passing game.
Browder and Marsh are the wide receivers, and they'll both be split. Well, now Marsh motions back to the right, handoff to Jordan Marshall, running to the left, and he's got a yard, and that is it.
It's the same thing that happened on that opening drive. 1 yard on first down is not going to get it done, and now you're left with 2nd and 9, and you don't always have to pass on this one, but you're going to have to get to a third and manageable.
Three receivers split to the right for Michigan. Now Marsh goes in motion from right to left, and he'll line up in the slot next to Andrew Marsh. Or check that, Donovan McCulley. Back to pass is Bryce. Over the middle, delivers, and it's caught and dropped. Is Channing Goodwin at the 38-yard line. Way to go, Channing. Move the sticks for the Wolverines. Number 9 comes through. Tony Grimes on the stop. That was delivered with some authority.
Yeah, a little juice on it there.
From the right hash, Bryce takes the snap, quickly throws to Andrew Marsh, makes one man miss, 40, out to the 45, puts his head down, and gets knocked down right there. Gain of 7 yards. Miles Slusher on the stop. First in, check that, 2nd down for Michigan.
No, I love the change-up. We mentioned those couple of first downs, only getting a yard on the ground. If they're going to load up the box, they're going to be good against the run. Then some of those quick passes just as good as running the football.
2nd down and short for Michigan. Underwood takes the snap, will hand it off to Jordan Marshall, running right. Now cuts back against the grain across the 50 and into Purdue territory. First down, Michigan at the Purdue 47. C.J. Nulley, the 4th on the stop, a gain of 7.
Nice job of being patient in the backfield, taking that ball, pressing the pocket all the way to the right, pressing those holes, getting those linebackers to run over the top, and then cutting backside. Great job by Gio and Blake of cutting that backside off.
3 receivers split to the right now. Channing Goodwin goes in motion from left to right and back to the right. Now quickly throwing is Bryce, and Andrew Marsh catches it and gets drilled immediately on a wide receiver screen. Coming up from the secondary, Smiley Bradford. That's going to go for a loss of 3.
So that's a huge indicator is their linemen. So when you look at Andrew Marsh, he's like 4 yards off the line of scrimmage. So that's a dead giveaway that they're going to run that bubble screen.
4 wide for Michigan on this 2nd down and 13. They lead it 14-10 here, 6:29 to go, third quarter. Underwood's got Jordan Marshall in the backfield. He's got 100 yards rushing in this game. And he'll take the snap running right. Tries to turn the corner, and he can, but steps out of bounds back into Purdue territory. He got the lost yardage back to the original line of scrimmage at the 47-yard line, a gain of 3. Miles Slusher forced him out. It'll be 3rd and 10.
Well, it's not a great position to be in 3rd and 10, but I would definitely look for, hey, when you're looking down the field, who's your number 1 receiver that you're going to be looking for right now? Andrew Marsh.
Kendrick Bell is in the game. He's split wide right. Underwood looking at a 4-man Purdue front. Claps his hands, takes the snap. Back to pass. Over the middle, delivers, and incomplete. Andrew Marsh was the intended receiver, but that ball was well over his head. They're saying uncatchable, and the Wolverines are going to be forced to punt.
And he was forced to throw that ball too quickly because of the pressure right up the middle. That was Ian Jeffries that basically won in the middle right away, and there's just nothing that Bryce Underwood can do with that type of pressure.
Michael Jackson standing inside his 10-yard line. Hudson Hollenbeck on the punt for Michigan.
I didn't see Donovan McCulley those last 2 plays.
Good snap. Hollenbeck gets a low line drive off. That might have hit one of the up men. It rolls from the 30 inside the 25 and rolls inside the 20 down to the 19. Did he kick into the back of one of the up men?
I think he did. I think he's taken so long to punt the ball. I'm not sure.
Say it's partially blocked here. They're going to mark it at the 18-yard line, and that's where Purdue will take over. 14-10, Michigan on top, 28-yard punt. 5:30 to go, third quarter. You're listening to Michigan football from Learfield.
Hey, Wolverine fans, it's college football season, and SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of Hail Marys and walk-on heroes. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the action this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Michigan football games or to any other live event in your area, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of the Michigan Wolverines. Let's go, Wolverines! SeatGeek.
The excitement, the passion, the tradition.
It's good! Ronnie Hamilton has done it!
This is Michigan football from Learfield.
Here's Charles Woodson, Michigan legend.
As a young man, I gave my all to the Wolverines, making history, earning a Heisman Trophy, and now I'm back. Introducing Woodson Whiskey, the first spirit sponsor in school history, crafted with the same passion and excellence that defined my career. Woodson Bourbon Whiskey, where legacy meets excellence. Go blue and go Woodson Whiskey. Cheers, and please drink responsibly.
Foguth Financial Group is the proud wealth management partner of Michigan Athletics. The 4th annual Night Out at the Big House sold out, but due to increased demand, another date is scheduled for Thursday, November 6th. Learn strategies for managing the risks of retirement and enjoy complimentary dinner and drinks, door prizes, and exclusive access to Tour Michigan Stadium. Just go to mgoblue.com/bighouse to sign up. That's mgoblue.com/bighouse. Limited seats are available.
Listen to all things college sports, including live games and talk on SiriusXM College Sports Radio, Channel 84, streaming on the SiriusXM app. Purdue's got it at their own 18-yard line. They trail 14-10 here at the Big House. And what has been a very uneven performance by all three facets, offense, defense, and special teams. Winston Berglund, one of the Purdue punt rushers there, credited with a block punt as he got his paw up there. And it resulted in a 28-yard punt. Empty backfield for Brown. Delivers quickly, incomplete. Looking for his tight end. They only have 6 receptions from the tight end spot. Now 7, rather. One earlier in the game. 7 all season long.
Yeah, that ball, I don't know why he rushed the throw, but it was rushed and completely off the mark to his tight end.
Yeah, that was Christian Earls. 2nd down and 10 for Purdue. Boy, the defense got a big 3 and out at the end of the second quarter. They're good to get a 3 and out here. Brown takes the snap against the heavy rush, and it's batted away by Ernest Hausman. And again, he's looking for his tight end, Christian Earls. Incomplete.
Well, yeah, nice job. I mean, they got Dom Nichols in there, and he cuts across the face of that offensive tackle. They bring a linebacker on the outside, and he's just not able to reposition himself, which caused, and it might have been Ernie with the block.
Russo Boateng is still out there, the true freshman linebacker. He's out there with Ernest Hausman on this 3rd down and 10. Brown looking at a 4-man Michigan front, the crowd getting into it. He'll take the snap, back to pass, steps up in the pocket, and he wants to run, and he gets crunched. Dom Nichols, Ernest Hausman, bring him down for a short gain. It'll be 4th down, and Purdue will send the punt unit on. Well, there's the 3 and out.
Yep, Ernie was coming up. He was in pass protection or pass coverage. He's coming up. He's got the quarterback, and Dom did a really nice job of, talk about retracing your steps, not being able to get home, and then just kind of folds back in over the top and finds the quarterback.
McAllister standing on his own 8-yard line, fields a low snap, gets off a good punt. Samaj Morgan backing up. He'll field it at his 32 and get buried right away. Good coverage downfield. And Michigan will get the football back with a 4-point lead and 4:41 to go here in quarter number 3. We'll take a timeout here at the Big House. This is Michigan football from Learfield.
Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check the weather first, before wearing face paint to the game.
Bro, your Go Cats is dripping into your nachos.
Oh, and now paint is in my eyes.
Interception! Did you see that?
No!
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first and see what you could save. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Potential savings vary, including based on how you buy, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Here's a club you want to get into, Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings could up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Tempted to decorate for the holidays early? We like your style. Right now at Kohl's, save 20% on decor, hosting essentials, and more. Plus, get $10 off $50 spent. So go ahead, hang up that wreath, swap out those couch pillows for ones with snowflakes. And while others are panic shopping later, you'll already be cozied up feeling pretty great about these early Kohl's deals. Select styles. Offers end November 2nd. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohls.com for details.
If you haven't listened to the In the Trenches podcast, here's what you've been missing.
Two-time captain Rod Moore.
16 months since I played football, so it was kind of, emotional. Kind of didn't really feel like I was about to play until I got out there again. Like, my legs was kind of shaking. I was like, oh, snap, I'm playing football again, but it felt great.
In the Trenches, presented by Meyer, covering Michigan football all year long on Go Blue podcasts. Subscribe on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. Michigan has welcomed Purdue to the Big House. And today's broadcast is presented by Belfour Property Restoration. Your home, your life, our promise. For more information, visit Belfour.com. That's BELFOR.com. Back to Ann Arbor now for more of the action.
Look, Harsh, John Jansen, Jason Avant down on the field. Jason, we see Jamar Browder going on the field, the freshman wide receiver. Is there an update on McCulley?
Yeah, McCulley went into the tent. It looks like he's dealing with a lower body injury. It looks like an ankle. I can't tell for sure, but he did dap up or give guys handshakes like he wasn't coming back into the game. I don't know if he will or not, but he gave the guys the indication like he wasn't coming back.
Wolverines just really hit hard by the injury bug here mid-season. They need to get this win and get to the bye week and get healthy. 14-10, Michigan on top. Midway through the third quarter, Underwood takes the snap. Going to roll out to his right, deliver underneath to Marlon Klein across the 30, and he's chopped down the 35 right in front of the Michigan bench. We see a late flag come flying in from deep center field.
It might have been a block in the back there. I don't know what else that could be. There wasn't anything mischievous on the tackle.
Looks like they're talking to Sharon Moore. We await the call from the lead official, Brian Banks.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness for a blindside block. Defense number 21. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. Automatic. First down.
Huh. Did they hit Browder on the over route?
Honestly, I didn't see it. It had to be somewhere around the ball because that's where the flag landed.
Usually those guys can get a little dirty when you're the receiver coming over on the over route. They'll hit you sometimes.
Well, if anyone asks if the back judge, Jake Kemp, can throw a flag a long way, the answer is yes. Ball's now in Purdue territory from the 49-yard line following the walk-off, and the Wolverines are going to go reverse. Back to Bryce Underwood, who throws downfield, and he's got a receiver inside the 20, and he's knocked out of bounds. Zach Marshall inside the red zone down at the Purdue 12-yard line. Wow.
Well, I mean, you got to love first of all, the creativity, but the fact that Zach Marshall kept running his route because I thought, who was that, Andrew Marsh that was going deep? Yeah. I think it was he ended up being too far. I don't know if Bryce could have thrown it that far, but That's a nice pass.
1st and 10 from the 12. Underwood takes the snap. He's going to go quarterback run right. He's got a blocker. It's Max Bredesen out in front, uses it well, and he gets hit, and the ball comes out. And does it go into the end zone and out for a touchback?
I think that went in the end zone.
Oh, that would be a touchback. Indeed, that's what they're signaling. It'll be Purdue football on the 20.
Oh.
That is the second Michigan turnover in the Purdue red zone.
Results in a touchback. It's 1st and 10, Purdue at the 20-yard line.
Man.
We have said it all season long. The kid has done an incredible job of keeping the ball out of harm's way. But, I mean, he's probably just trying to do too much at this point.
Well, and I mean, so when you're running, obviously his elbow is too high, and it makes that ball vulnerable from behind, and that's where the defender reaches around Bryce, is able to poke it out.
Yep. That last point of pressure is getting that ball in your rib cage out in front a little bit.
See Donovan McCulley going across the field and up the tunnel. We got a timeout on the field. 3:42 to go, third quarter. Purdue gets the football back. Michigan leading 14-10. Let's go back to the update desk and Rob Joyce. Rob?
Hey, Doug. Still just the one other game in progress in the conference. Throughout the half in Lincoln, Nebraska leads USC 14-6. Everything else is a final. Indiana ran roughshod over Maryland 55-10. The final to the tune of 370 rushing yards for the Hoosiers. Minnesota continued Michigan State's woes. Gophers slip past the Spartans in overtime 23-20 to keep MSU winless in Big Ten play. Same for Penn State. Ohio State hands the Nittany Lions a 5th straight loss. 38-14 Buckeyes. The final 21-0. The second half score on that one. And lastly, Illinois, no issues with the Rutgers winning at home 35-13. Nationally right now, a lot of teams with playoff hopes in some dogfights. Ole Miss a 20-14 lead over South Carolina midway through the third in Oxford. 8th-ranked Georgia Tech undefeated, trailing at the half. 24-17 NC State leads the Yellow Jackets. 10-10 in Knoxville in a top 20 bout between Tennessee and Oklahoma. Both of those teams have 2 losses. This after Vandy and Miami, a couple of top 10 teams have already gone down earlier today. And World Series Game 7, bottom 4, Toronto 3, LA 1 on a Bo Bichette 3-run home run. That's your check of scores. We'll run through the entire day in college football, get to the highlights of our game, and get post-game reaction all on the SeatGeek post-game show, guys.
Fogut Financial Group is the proud wealth management partner of Michigan Athletics. To celebrate, they're inviting retirees and pre-retirees to attend another night out at the Big House on Thursday, November 6th. Visit mgoblue.com/Big House for more details. Well, John, this is how upsets happen. And when you make mistakes, and the Wolverines have made plenty of them tonight, but when you turn it over in the red zone, these are catastrophic mistakes.
Yeah, I mean, you're basically, leaving 14 points on the board, and we sure would love to have those, at least a shot at some of those points right now. But defense has played better in the second half when you're thinking about, the fact that their quarterback, Ryan Brown, leading up to those last 2 drives, he was 12 of 13. In the last 2 drives, 2 of 6. And we know a couple of those misfires were to tight ends, so keep forcing that ball to stay inside.
From their own 20, Purdue's got it down 4. Brown takes the snap. Will hand it off to his running back, and bouncing it outside is Thomas, and he's got good yardage out across the 24 to the 25-yard line, forced out of bounds by Troy Bowles.
TJ Guy's trying to set the edge on that one. Got too engaged with the tackle. Wasn't able to extend his arms. Tackle was able to keep him wrapped up, and that's how they got to the edge.
2nd down and 5 for Purdue. Brown sends a man in motion. That's Michael Jackson, and he'll roll that way and deliver to Jackson, who will catch it going to the ground at the line of scrimmage for no gain. Had to dive to catch the ball, and the quick hitter to the man in motion completed for no gain. TJ Metcalf was the first Wolverine there. It'll be 3rd down.
So far, Purdue is 3 of 9 on 3rd downs. And so if Michigan can, again, force a 3 and out, get the ball back to the offense, give that offense as many bites as the apple as you possibly can. Something eventually has to go right.
They have had some critical 3 and outs, the Michigan defense in this game. This could be another one. 3rd and 5. Brown takes the snap. Wolverines bring a blitz. He's going to get flushed out of there to his left. Looks like he wants to run. He's going to deliver it, and it's caught by Jackson at the 35, out to the 40, and he's wrangled to the ground there. TJ Metcalf left the receiver there, Jackson, to come up to support Brown on the run, and went for 16 yards after he left the receiver wide open.
Yeah, he had great coverage on him. There was nowhere to go with the ball until he left his man, Michael Jackson, to come up and make that tackle, and it left him wide open. And tough position to be in.
Ball at the 41-yard line, first down for Purdue. 1:56 to go, third quarter, 14-10 Michigan. Back to pass. This is Singleton, and he's going to deliver quickly to Jackson at the 40, and this time Metcalf will get him to the ground for a short gain. So they threw the ball with Malachi Singleton.
Yeah,
Continued to battle. They gave him the 46-yard line there.
And all they're doing is basically leaving a guy at the line of scrimmage. They're trying to go downfield, but if no one's there, they're leaving. Whether it's a running back, wide receiver, they're leaving somebody at the line of scrimmage to outlet the ball to.
Second down and 6 for Purdue. They got to get it to the Michigan 49-yard line. Singleton will continue at quarterback. He'll take the snap, go QB run up the middle, runs into the back of one of his blockers, and then gets dragged down at the 50-yard line, short of the first down.
You always have that extra blocker when your quarterback is going to be the one that, with a called quarterback run, you're going to get an extra blocker, whether they bring a guy in motion, they've got a running back in the backfield.
This is third down, and I'd call it a long one. Wolverines will go heavy, bringing Trey Williams in. TJ Guy checks in. Good play here. Inside a minute to go, third quarter. Third and a long one for Purdue. It's an empty backfield for Singleton.
He took Hausman out.
Snap, Singleton up the middle, and he's not going to get it. Rashawn Benny was there. Jaden Mangum was there. In fact, they might have lost a yard. Indeed, they did. It's being marked back at the Purdue 49-yard line. Now it's 4th and 2.
Wow, I tell you what, their left guard, Jalen St. John, fired up the ball, had good pop, but Rashawn Benny did a really nice job of shedding the block, and he's the one that made that TFL.
And that's going to be the final play of quarter number 3. Well, the fans are getting into it, making some noise. Purdue is looking at a 4th and 2 from their own 49-yard line. When we get to the fourth quarter, it's 14-10, Michigan on top. This is Michigan football from Learfield.
Since 1980, Grand Traverse Resort and Spa has been a Michigan vacation tradition. A place where lake views meet legendary fairways, where spa days turn into starry nights, and where family memories last for generations. Whether it's a summer getaway, a fall color tour, or a cozy winter escape, your perfect Michigan vacation starts here. Grand Traverse Resort and Spa, a Michigan tradition since 1980. Book your getaway at grandtraverseresort.com. Proud partner of Michigan Athletics.
This is your home for the Hometown Call, the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
My mom has taken up going to the park to practice yoga.
My dad's going to a club, but not a book club, a salsa club.
Finding new hobbies comes with age.
My mom has started getting lost and not knowing where she's going.
Becoming lost or disoriented doesn't. Confusion with time or place may be a sign of Alzheimer's. An early diagnosis can help improve the quality of life for your loved one. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's at 10signs.org. Brought to you by the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Man, I love my kids so much. I once sat for 3 hours in the cold rain to watch her soccer team lose by 18 goals.
I love my kids so much, I once used a tube to suck snot out of her stuffed nose at 3 a.m.
You win.
Love your kids? Love them enough to make sure they're in the right car seat. From toddlers to tweens, visit nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat to find the right seat for their age and size. Keep them safe. Visit nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Hey, when you're out of town and want to keep up with live college sports, be sure to download the free Varsity Network app, available for both Apple and Android. Listen to College Sports Live with the Varsity Network app. And we asked people to let us know where they were listening from. Anthony is listening in Fort Sterling. We've got Michael listening from Fayetteville, Arkansas. Hello, Michael. Dude, we got a guy riding his bike in Fort Worth, Texas. Ryan. Hello, Ryan.
Yeah, be safe.
Ella and Lila in Plymouth, Michigan, listening. Dude, Ryan sent us a picture of his bike. He is on his bike listening to Michigan football.
Weather looks a little nicer than it is here.
Michael in Darien, Connecticut, hello. Dan in Marietta, Georgia, listening.
The Wolverines all over the place.
Yeah, thank you everyone for tuning us in on the Varsity Network app. And what you're about to hear is a huge play in this game. Purdue is sending the offense back onto the field with Malachi Singleton, who is the run threat at the quarterback spot. This is a 4th and 2. And the Wolverines got the big bodies in there, Damon Payne and Trey Williams and Rayshawn Benny. As Purdue splits out 2 receivers and they quickly get to the line of scrimmage. It's Singleton in the backfield alone. This 4th and 2, he takes the snap, running right. He gets hit in the backfield, fighting second effort, and I don't think he got it, John. I do not think he got it. The Michigan defense steps up big again on the first play of quarter number 4. It's a turnover, and Michigan gets the football back.
And who's at the bottom of that pile creating wreaking havoc is Rayshawn Benny. He's come up big today and a lot of big time. Well, it had the fumble recovery in the first half, and he's had some big-time stops here in the second half.
Boy, this Michigan defense has come up with some huge stops on a night where the offense has struggled and shot itself in the foot. The defense has given Michigan a chance here. They lead it 14-10, and they have the football back at the 50-yard line.
Hopefully some of that energy that the defense just showed carries over to that offense, especially that offensive line. If you're going to hand the ball off here, try and run the ball down their throats.
Underwood takes the snap, hands it off to Jordan Marshall, running right into Purdue territory down to the 47-yard line, give him 3 yards on first down.
Boy, there is not an easy yard out there for Jordan Marshall right now. He had contact right at the line of scrimmage and fought everything he could to pick up 3 yards.
Nunnally on the stop, 2nd down and 7. Both true freshman wide receivers are in there with Donovan McCauley out injured. Browder and Marsh. In the slot is Channing Goodwin. Snap and a handoff to Jordan Marshall running left. He's got some room across the 45, makes a man miss at the 40 and carries him down to the 35-yard line. First down, Michigan. Jordan Marshall with some good running. Taj Rai'i on the stop. 12 yards.
Nice job by Jordan Marshall pressing the edge, and he's getting up a little bit slow. Going to come off for a play. Looks like he maybe got stepped on.
Yeah, Bryson Cusdall's in there now.
Glad to see Marlon Klein back in the game. He went to the tent when the defense was on the field.
1st and 10 Michigan from the Purdue 35. Underwood takes the snap. Will hand it off to Cusdall. Across the 35 and down to the 31. Give him 4 yards. 4 yards for Coos.
Yep, and this is what this offensive line needs to do. They need to take control of the line of scrimmage, especially if you're going to have a young running back in there or one that's just a little bit less experienced, is get a yard or two of push. Let him get to the original line of scrimmage before he's got to make his first cut. Make that read very obvious for him.
2nd down and 6 from the Purdue 31-yard line. 14-10 Michigan. Snap, roll out, Bryce Underwood. Somebody's in his face. He's going to step up in the pocket and deliver. And he's got his man. That's Zach Marshall inside the 20, down to the 15-yard line. Zach Marshall moved the chains for the Wolverines. Great play there by Bryce Underwood to avoid the rush and get the ball out. 16 yards, first down.
Yeah, he does a really nice job faking the run, and then when he gets his head around, identifies where that rusher's coming from, avoids him, and then delivers a nice ball to Zach.
Cusdall continues in the backfield for Michigan. The guys call him Coos. 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line. They'll hand it off to Coos. Up the middle, he breaks a tackle inside the 10, and down to the 9-yard line is Coos. Gain of 6. Rai'i on the stop there.
Can't underestimate how important it is, especially in the red zone, to be good on first down. You pick up 6 on first down now. Things are going to get tight down here, but you leave yourself some great options.
2nd down and 4. Jordan Marshall back in the game, and he takes the handoff up the middle and gets down to the 7-yard line, just short of the first down. Rai'i takes him down.
You get down to a 3rd and 2 situation here, and I'd be looking to run right behind Max Bredesen They've got both, at least on that play, they had Max and Jalen Hoffman in the game.
It's going to be a 3rd down and 2. They marked it at the 7. 11:35 to go. 4th quarter, Michigan up 14-10. Snap. Hand off to Marshall. Up the middle, puts his head down inside the 5, and he's got the 1st down. They blow the play dead as his forward progress was stopped at the 4. It's going to be 1st and goal, Michigan.
And they run right behind senior captain Giovanni El-Hadi. Nice job by Blake Frazier, good pad level, and on his outside is those 2 guys I just mentioned, both Max Bredesen and Jalen Hoffman, doing a great job of getting their helmets inside their defender. It's tough to do that from a tight end position sometimes. You're out leveraged, but you got to get your head and hat inside and start to get some push.
Michigan has 2 turnovers in the red zone tonight. They got a 1st and goal here. Hang on to the football. Snap. Bryce is going to roll out, step up in the pocket. He's in trouble, and he's going to get tackled at the 10. Oh, boy. Manny Powell, their leading tackler, brought him down. A loss of 5 yards. Call it 6. They're going to mark it at the 11.
Well, they took Jalen Hoffman in motion and tried to slip him underneath and slip that block on the edge, and it just didn't fool the defense. There was nothing for Bryce to be able to do to either deliver the ball or to avoid the rush.
2nd and goal. Underwood takes the snap. Will hand it off to Jordan Marshall, who runs right and gets it down to the 5, breaks a tackle, and into the end zone. Out of nowhere, Jordan Marshall. A 10-yard touchdown run, and Michigan leads it 20-10.
Where did he come from?
What just happened?
I don't know how he popped out of there, but that's the thing about Jordan Marshall is he never stops his feet.
Remember Davion Smith did that against BYU like 15 years ago?
Yes, just about, yeah.
Where Jordan Marshall runs into the pile and breaks a few tackles and shoots out the far side to give Michigan a 20-10 lead on his 3rd touchdown run of the game. Dominic Zavada on for the extra point. Greg Tarr will snap it. Beckham Sunderland will hold it. Snap is clean. Hold is down. The kick is up, and the kick is good.
I need to see the replay on that one. I'm still not sure how he popped out of there.
9 plays, 50 yards, that 10-yard touchdown run brought to you by your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. Think forward first. Wolverines on top, 21-10, 10:03 to go in the ball game. This is Michigan football from Learfield.
Nothing says home like Aunt Millie's. Whether it's in your cupboard, at your local Meijer, or even at the Big House. From pregame breakfast, tailgate sliders, or postgame victory food, Aunt Millie's is baking memories from their family to yours. Pick up all your Aunt Millie's favorites at your local store, or grab a hot dog or hamburger at the Big House to see what we're all about. Aunt Millie's, closer to home.
People can't have access to quality medical care without affordable health insurance. At Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan, we understand increasing health insurance costs are becoming more of a strain on the budgets of the businesses and people we serve. Affordability matters. It affects real families, real decisions, and real care. That's why at Blue Cross, we're dedicated to finding solutions. To learn about this critical issue and our efforts to make healthcare affordable for all, visit mibluedaily.com/affordability today.
Wolverine fans, it's not a Michigan game day without a Michigan-made beer. Founders Brewing Company, your official craft beer of Michigan athletics, has the perfect beers for your game day traditions. Founders has been brewing up high-quality, highly rated beers like All Day IPA, MI Pilsner, and their Mortal Bloom Hazy IPA right here in Michigan for over 25 years. Whether you're at the game, tailgating, or watching from home, there's nothing like enjoying a Michigan-made beer from Founders Brewing Company.
It's raining cash, cash, cash this November at Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort. Every Saturday from 5 p.m. to 11 p.m., 4 guests each hour will score $500 cash. At 11 p.m. each Saturday, 2 lucky winners will each take home $10,000 cash. Then on November 29th, the excitement peaks. 2 guests will strike it rich with $30,000 cash each. A share of $200,000 in cash is calling your name. Only at Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort. Your getaway reimagined. Visit SoaringEagleCasino.com for complete rules and details.
Doug Karsh, John Jansen, Jason Avant down on the field here at the Big House. 21-10, Michigan on top. It was 10 years ago that Davion Smith did it, not 15 years ago.
Yeah, so it's only a decade instead of a decade and a half.
But I'm not wrong.
No, I remember exactly that play you're talking about as well. But, yeah, I mean, Jordan Marshall, it just continually churns his feet. He is tough to bring down, and I keep describing him. He's just a battering ram.
Michael Jackson standing on his own goal line to field this kickoff from Beckham Sunderland, and this one will be returnable. Fields it at the 6. Across the 15 to the 20. He's got some room. He out to the 30-yard line, and he's thrown to the ground there by Jacob Oden. And Purdue has decent field position. Well, I got to say, right now, it's the defense. The big 3 and out at the end of the third quarter, or the second quarter.
Yep.
Big 3 and out in the third quarter.
Both led to touchdowns.
And now that 3rd and short and 4th and short stop have changed this game. 21-10, Michigan on top, 9:57 to go in the ballgame.
And this is where you need to turn the heat up defensively because time's starting to run out. They're going to throw the ball around a little bit.
Ball's on the 33. Brown takes the snap. He'll hand it off to his running back, and that is Harris, who's got good room out to the 40. And chops down at the 41-yard line. Ernest Hausman, Malachi Thomas, 8-yard gain on first down.
Going to have to take that same energy they had on 3rd and 4th down to first down.
Brown in a shotgun, 2nd down and 2. Thomas again, and he's got the first down out to the 45-yard line where he is knocked backwards by a host of Michigan tacklers, including Brandon Hillman.
Still picks up the first down. And that's the compromising position you're in when it's 2nd and 2. Especially with this offense and as efficient as they've been in the passing game. They haven't had any big plays, but you know that they've got them there with Michael Jackson.
9 minutes to go in the ballgame. Michigan up 21-10. Brown back to pass. Looking downfield. Pump fakes, now delivers, and he's got his tight end at the 50 and falling into Michigan territory. His big 87, Christian Earls, just the 8th reception all year by Purdue tight end Zeke Berry on the stop. Gain of 6.
Yeah, boy, he's been targeting those tight ends here in the second half.
2nd and 3 for Purdue. Brown takes the snap, hands it off, and it's Thomas into Michigan territory across the 40 down to the 35 before he's tripped up by TJ Metcalf. 1st and 10 Purdue from the Michigan 34.
And this is where some of the old habits are starting to rear their ugly head for this Michigan defense. There's about 4 different times they had opportunities to tackle running back Thomas and just couldn't bring him down.
14-yard gain there. Antonio Harris comes in. Thomas gets a breather. 7:58 to go. Brown takes the snap, back to pass. Michigan blitz. He's going to float one downfield, and it's incomplete, but here come flags. On TJ Metcalf, it's going to be pass interference. It will be 15 yards for Purdue.
Pass interference. Defense number 7. 15-yard penalty for the previous spot. Automatic. First down.
So tough. When a ball is well underthrown and a receiver tries to come back to it, it's a really tough play for the DB.
It is. And, I mean, you're almost guaranteed to come up with a pass interference simply because that it's just not enough time to be able to look back, identify where the ball is, and make your own adjustment.
You got to give credit to Josh Henson, offensive coordinator. He's had us off balance, the defense, the entire game.
He's worked with Lincoln Riley. He got a lot of the same principles. Purdue in the red zone from the 19. Brown quickly will fire, and he's got his receiver inside the 15 down to the 13 as E.J. Horton before Jaden Mangum brings him down. A gain of 6 on first down.
And, I mean, they really haven't looked to go deep very much except for that first completion in the second half. Everything else has been get the ball out of the quarterback's hand quickly.
2nd down and 4 for Purdue. The Michigan 12-yard line. Brown will hand it off to Harris, running right inside the 10. He darts down to the 6, where he is stopped. It'll be 1st and goal for Purdue. They have responded quickly here.
They have, and the surprising part with as well as Michigan's defensive front had played in that last possession, this Purdue team has taken it right up the gut on a majority of these plays.
First and goal, Purdue. Ball spotted at the Michigan 7-yard line. Oilers have two receivers split to the left. Put Jackson in motion. He'll flare out to the left. And now a run play for Brown, and he's tackled from behind as he gets to the 5 by Zeke Berry. Gain of a couple yards. Second down, 6.5 minutes to go. 21-10 Michigan.
Now they brought Zeke from the field side, trying to apply some more pressure on the quarterback. He fakes a little bit of like he's going to stand there and throw it for a second, then takes off running.
Malachi Singleton at quarterback. In the backfield next to him is Harris. Singleton claps his hands, takes the snap. He's going to throw, looking to the left, going to loop it into the end zone and overthrows his intended receiver out there. He's looking for Ahmed Branch. Zeke Berry in coverage out there. It'll be third and goal from the 5.
Yeah, that was good coverage by Zeke. I thought that 3-by-1 alerted Zeke that it was going to be a corner route. He did a great job of beating the receiver to the spot.
It's going to be third and goal from the 5 here for Purdue. Be 4 down territory. A field goal would make it an 8-point game. Brown's got 3 receivers to the left. Claps his hands, back to pass. Here comes a pass rush, gets it off underneath to his running back, to the 5, inside the 5. Malachi Thomas dives to the end zone. Touchdown, Boilermakers. With an even 6 minutes to go, Malachi Thomas.
Looked like a pick route.
Yeah, coming out of the backfield. Catches it at the 6, turns upfield, and dives into the end zone for a Purdue touchdown.
Now, when you got a bubble over so many bodies, it's hard to stay with your running back.
TJ Guy was in Brown's face. Purdue's going to go for 2 here as they put the ball in the left hash, trying to make it a 3-point game. A bunch formation to the right and an arrowhead for Purdue, and they're going to roll out Brown that way. He pump fakes, now throws into the end zone, and it's intercepted by the Wolverines in the end zone by Mason Curtis, and he'll take a knee there. And so Purdue is thwarted on the 2-point try, and Michigan's lead is 21-16.
Nice job of the defense. They're flowing with him and cutting off every single receiver. There was just nowhere he had to go with the ball. He was just trying to make a play.
9 plays, 67 yards, 3 minutes and 56 seconds. Malachi Thomas, a 5-yard touchdown reception. Michigan will get the football back with 6 minutes to go, leading 21-16. This is Michigan football from Learfield.
Hey, Michigan fans. Is it time to upgrade your outdoor living space? As the #1 brand in premium decking, TimberTech scores big points for real wood looks without the costly maintenance. It will never rot, warp, splinter, or peel. And it's backed by industry-leading warranties, so your deck can perform at the top of its game season after season. TimberTech, official decking and railing partner of Michigan Athletics. Order free samples at timbertech.com. That's timbertech.com.
Today's game is brought to you by Barbasol Shaving Cream. Why pay more for gels when Barbasol delivers an instant thick lather for a close, comfortable shave? Choose Barbasol, a quality shave and trusted value. This is the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
It's time to think forward first. Right now, check out the 2025 Ford Bronco Sport Big Bend at your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. Easy Plan customers who trade in their current vehicle can lease a 2025 Bronco Sport Big Bend for $359 a month for 36 months, with only $359 cash due at signing. Payment includes waived security deposit, excludes title, taxes, and license fees. Not all buyers will qualify for low-mileage Ford Credit Red Carpet Lease. Payment includes $1,000 RCO cash, $1,000 Open Trade Assist, and $400 AXZD BFG bonus cash. Offers are only valid on package 200A. Take new retail delivery from an authorized Ford dealer stock by November 3rd. See dealer for qualifications and details. So take advantage of this great offer and lease a Bronco Sport Big Bend for $359 a month for 36 months. Only at your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. Think Ford first.
Millie's presents today's attendance, 110,517. That is the 328th consecutive crowd of more than 100,000 fans at Michigan Stadium. Nothing says home like Aunt Millie's. Whether it's pregame breakfast, tailgate sliders, or postgame comfort food, Aunt Millie's is baking memories from their family to yours. You can pick up all your Aunt Millie's favorites at your local Meijer. Aunt Millie's, closer to home. That streak began 50 years ago next Saturday, on November 8th of 1975, against Purdue. Bruce Monty, you were there? Yeah, sure.
And not his first year.
No. Well, now we'll see if the offense can go on one of those long time consuming drives. The way they did at the end of the Nebraska game, right?
Yep.
Kick will be caught by Andrew Marsh in his own end zone. He'll signal for a fair catch, and Michigan will take over at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, it's going to be important that the offensive line communicates. You're going to get a lot of run blitzes here. You're going to get a lot of pressure, and I expect that they're going to bring a lot of it right up the middle. So it's going to come down to communication from Kripp to the guards relaying that communication out to the tackles. If you got to run through linebacker, you may have to vacate a block, come up, down, and take a most dangerous man.
It's time to hit a long one here. The defensive backs are pretty flat-footed, sitting on everything.
Well, Wolverines don't have Donovan McCulley. Marsh and Bell are the wide receivers here. Snapping a handoff to Jordan Marshall. Puts his head down as he gets into the hole and drives out to the 30-yard line. A gain of 5 yards on first down. Clock running, 5:50 to go. 21-16 Michigan. Hershey McLaurin on the stop.
Yeah, and I don't have the numbers in front of me right now, but the yards after contact for Jordan Marshall right now, he is so good at continuing to move his feet. The great example is that last touchdown, but I mean, he could have been easily tackled for a 2-yard gain, but still churns it out for 5.
Michigan breaks the huddle and lines up. Bryson, no rush to snap this football. Still 9 on the play clock. Now he takes the snap, hands it off to Marshall. Will bounce it outside, 35, 40. Down the near sideline to the 50, and he steps out of bounds. Does Jordan Marshall. He'll mark him at the Purdue 46-yard line. Taj Rai'i on the stop for Purdue. First down, Michigan, with 5:08 to go.
If they're going to bring all that pressure up the middle, there's some yardage to be gained outside. Jason, is that what you meant by a big play?
Oh, no, I meant down the field throwing the ball. But
I know.
That's the same thing for us here.
But, yeah, I mean, that's what you got to have. And then they're going to sit there and eat away at the clock. You don't have to snap the ball until, 6 or less seconds left on the play clock.
Bryson Cusdall's in at running back. Remember, Justice Haynes is out. Snap, handoff to Cusdall running right. He's got some room. Accelerates through a hole to the 40, and he's dropped at the 39-yard line. Wow, he is shot out of a cannon there, right?
He was, and a nice job by that offensive line. Anytime you're on a reach spot like that, it's not always easy to reach that outside armpit of that defensive lineman, so you're going to have to run. You may be going flat, but as long as you're in contact, it's hard for those defensive linemen to come off and make a play, especially when Cusdall hits the hole as hard as he just did.
Gain of 7 there for Cusdall. Wolverines unbalanced line left. Bring a man in motion, Andrew Marsh. Cusdall continues at running back, and he'll take this snap and find first down yardage across the 35 and down to the 32-yard line. Clock becoming an issue now, running with 3:52 to go. Purdue has all 3 timeouts. Michigan leading 21-16. Percy McLaurin on the stop.
Was a great run by Cusdall. He could have bounced that ball outside, but I don't know if he'd have picked up the first. Great patience of being able to then slide back inside and pick up more yardage.
I was impressed with that run, too.
Jason Avant impressed with a run.
Yeah, exactly. Having patience. That was like Le'Veon Bell type of patience at the running back position.
We got a timeout by Purdue down below. And it's going to be a full media timeout. 3:49 to go in the ball game. Michigan leading 21-16. This is Michigan football from Learfield.
Are you interested in a career in metals and plastics distribution? Join the Alro team. Alro Steel and Alro Plastics have over 3,000 teammates in 80 locations covering 16 states. At Alro, you will receive extensive upfront training with many opportunities for advancement. Our core values include loyalty, honesty, and integrity. We offer competitive compensation and an excellent benefits package. Apply today at careers.alro.com.
Any true Wolverine knows you're a Wolverine for life. At Greenleaf Trust, we believe in that same lifelong commitment. With a 99% client retention rate, our relationships span generations, just like your loyalty to the Maize and Blue. We specialize in goals-based wealth management, trust administration, and retirement plan services for today and generations to come. Because staying true isn't just a Michigan tradition, it's our tradition too. Learn more at greenleaftrust.com and go Blue.
All right. It's a beautiful day for football here at the stadium, and we're just about ready for kickoff. Score 0-0. And suddenly, I'm in the mood for a Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar. Now that's a winning combo. Yeah, crisp, refreshing. That hits the spot. When it comes to great taste, Coke Zero Sugar's always on the scoreboard. Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar.
He's got the speed. He's got room. He's going to score.
No one gets you closer to the game than Sirius XM College Sports Radio.
For the win. Got it. Let's go.
Tune in for news, talk, and analysis from the offseason through regular season and into the postseason. We've got your team covered anywhere you go.
Deep to center field. Oh, it's gone.
Get a free trial at SiriusXM.com/College Sports Radio 2025. Today's broadcast is presented by Belfour Property Restoration. Your home, your life, our promise. For more information, visit Belfour.com. That's BELFOR.com. Wolverines, Boilermakers. For more, let's return to Doug and John.
1st and 10, Michigan, Purdue 32. Hand off to Jordan Marshall, running left. He gets spun to the ground inside the 30. And down at the 29-yard line by Taj Wai'i, and Purdue takes a timeout. Their second timeout with 3:46 to go, a gain of 3. Michigan leading 21-16. John, at the beginning of this drive, Wolverines took over with 6 minutes. We mentioned the Nebraska drive.
Yeah.
That was a 27-20 Michigan lead, and the Wolverines went on a 16-play, 77-yard drive and chewed up 8 minutes and 47 seconds and sealed the game with a field goal. We were hoping to see something similar here.
Yeah, so far 5 plays, 46 yards, just over 2 minutes, and they've been able to be, and part of why they've been successful is they're recognizing some of the blitzes up front, and second of all, I think Chip Lindsey has done a really nice job of attacking the edges a little bit more.
It's important to point out Michigan is in field goal territory. Field goal would make it an 8-point game. 2nd down and 7. Underwood takes the snap, hands it off to Jordan Marshall running left. He breaks one tackle, tries to bounce outside and gets dragged down at the Purdue 26-yard line. And Purdue's going to let the clock run here.
A lot of times when you see a running back run as hard as Jordan Marshall does, they can leave that ball vulnerable. I think he does a really nice job of covering it up, anticipating where some of that contact is going, and when he is going to have contact, he covers it up with both hands.
This is a 3rd down and 4.
Run the pass, John.
Oh, they're going to run this ball. There's no question.
Yep, Kendrick Bell is in the game.
2 tight ends to the right. 3 tight ends to the right. Marshall deep in a pistol formation behind Bryce Underwood. Takes the snap. Hands it off. Jordan Marshall inside the 25. Pushing forward and close to the 1st down. And I think he got it with the 2nd effort. 1st down Michigan with 2:50 to go. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Michigan football from Learfield. John, you mentioned yards after contact.
Yeah.
Jordan Marshall there was hit well short of the 1st down, and it was the 2nd and 3rd effort that allows him to move the chains and put Purdue in a world of hurt. They took a timeout. That's their last one.
And it really feels like when Michigan needs that 1st down, and it's not just today. You throughout the course of this season, yeah, Justice Haynes has been really good. He's been explosive. But when you're in a physical down and distance like this, Jordan Marshall's the one that they turn to because he does just keep churning his legs. And he was probably 3 yards shy when he was originally hit.
You made a comment about the offensive line coming to the party in order to push from behind early in the game, and they did that on the touchdown run and also on that last play there. The offensive line is definitely moving Jordan Marshall forward when his momentum is stopped.
He's got 173 yards now on 23 carries, and he continues at running back for Michigan here, 2:44 to go. First and 10 Michigan from the Purdue 22-yard line. Snap and a handoff to Jordan Marshall, who's going to break a tackle, bounce it outside, 20, 15. Jordan Marshall slides to the ground at the 13-yard line, stays in bounds and keeps the clock running, and that will take it down to the 2-minute timeout. Jordan Marshall wisely goes to the ground, and you know who was right there with him was Channing Goodwing, swinging his arm like a windmill, saying, that's right, clock keeps running.
Going. Yeah, that's a heads-up play by Jordan Marshall. I mean, that's a bang-bang decision out there because he's got two guys that are chasing him. And now Michigan, instead of having to run another play, is going to be able to take this down to the 2-minute timeout.
Give him 8 yards there on first down, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This last call presented by Founders Brewing Company, proud sponsor of Michigan Athletics. It's not a Michigan game day without a Michigan-made beer. Founders Brewing Company, welcome to Craft. We'll take a break here in Ann Arbor at the 2-minute timeout with Michigan looking to close out Purdue, leading 21-16. This is Michigan football from Learfield.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, exclusive freight partner of Michigan Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
Experiencing a Wolverines game is a lot like life. We honor traditions. We shed tears for a loss, but also for a win. And every time we step on the field, it's a chance for greatness. Farm Bureau Insurance sees the connection and is a proud sponsor of University of Michigan Athletics. From financial security to a helping hand, Farm Bureau understands the experience matters. Find an agent who can protect what matters to you.
If you are a fighter, Modelo is your reward. So listen close. You put up with a lot, but you always hold it down for your people. You are strong. You are fearless. You are the baddest on the block. You are an elbow grease factory, a force of nature. You are not to be reckoned with. You are a ride or die, a powerhouse of productivity. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. You've earned every last drop of this rich golden lager, so raise it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
We asked our team, why did you choose to work for Michigan Medicine? Here are some of their answers.
Being able to interact with patients, offer them hope, and hopefully giving them care that they couldn't receive anywhere else is the biggest thing.
Because it's the best of the best. We have great benefits, we have great leadership.
I love what I do. This is a place where you want to be if you're looking to make change.
To our team, we say, thank you for choosing us. We shape the future of healthcare together at Michigan Medicine.
It's time to spotlight today's best in the game, brought to you by Old Dominion Freight Line. Old Dominion Freight Line works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. John Jansen, the best in the game today for Michigan?
Well, it's got to be Jordan Marshall. He's been the workhorse. 24 carries, 181 yards, 3 touchdowns. Obviously, he had that 54-yard touchdown run in the first half. He's been everything that Michigan needed today. Even when there haven't been holes there, he's not going to be a guy that takes a TFL. He doesn't take any lost yardage plays. He keeps turning those legs. His third touchdown, we got a chance to see the replay. I'm not sure how he scored it out of there, but sure as hell happy he did.
Time machine. Just disappeared and
it came out the other end.
Michigan 2 yards away from getting what would be a game-ending first down. As long as they secure the football, they have had 2 red zone turnovers. That's why this game is so close at 21-16 at the 2-minute timeout. Underwood claps his hands, takes the snap, and we get a whistle. I don't see a flag.
Did they call a timeout?
Purdue doesn't have any.
No. How did they stop the play?
I don't know. Preview the upcoming schedule brought to you by Meyer. John, a week off, and then Michigan travels to Wrigley Field to take on Northwestern.
Yeah, I've been looking forward to that one for a while. I've been to Wrigley Field for a Cubs baseball game before, but it's always unique to be able to see a football game played on a baseball field.
For discussion as the end of the last play, it is confirmed this at the 13-yard line. It's second down.
Misspotted the ball. Well, anyway, bye week, improvement week, and then off to Wrigley Field.
Going home, even on the Sox fan.
Second down and 2 for Michigan. We're ready to go. Underwood takes the snap, hands it off to Jordan Marshall, running right. He's got the first down inside the 10 and down at the 9-yard line. And that will pretty much seal the deal as Purdue cannot stop the clock. By the way, that preview of the upcoming schedule was brought to you by Meyer, presenting sponsor of the 2025 Michigan football season and proud supporter of hundreds of local sports teams across the Midwest. Wolverines will line up here in victory formation. The clock is running, 1:40 to go. Play clock is at 17 seconds. And they'll let it tick down as long as they can before they take a snap. And just keep that clock ticking. Underwood under center. Takes the snap and takes a knee with 1:22 to go.
And not another work of art, but
no, they're not sending this one to the College Football Hall of Fame.
No, but we will take all the wins that we can possibly find a way to get and move on to the next week.
I mean, I understand fans want them to win every game 56-0, but when you lose your starting 2 linebackers, 2 of your starting linebackers, then you lose Jayshon Barham, then you lose Donovan McCulley. You're already out without Justice Haynes offensively.
And the injuries have obviously impacted the offensive line as well, with 3 redshirt freshmen starting.
Price takes the snap and takes a knee with 40 seconds to go, and they're inside 40 seconds to go, and that will do it. As Purdue can't stop the clock, as Michigan will get the win here in Ann Arbor. It wasn't easy, but they will improve to 7-2 on the season and drop Purdue to 2-7 as they won't have to take another snap. And Michigan closes out the Boilermakers 21-16 here in Ann Arbor. Barry Odom and Jerome Moore shake hands. The center of the field, the 2 teams walk out to shake hands, and Michigan gets the job done here at the Big House in front of another crowd of over 100,000, although significantly less than that left at the end of this one. Lots to do on the postgame, including a trip inside the Michigan locker room. We'll hear from the head coach of the Wolverines, Jerome Moore. Catch up with some players as well. Ryan Bush, Jack Miller will have analysis. And we'll have scores from around the country from our Rob Joyce in our network studios. The final score from Ann Arbor is Michigan